Right, okay. Today is headlight bracket mounting thing. What's it? Call it? Figuring out where to mount them basically. Just cut a piece of steel. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So let's crack on. Hopefully it warms up a bit as well. Right, get on with it.
It's going to focus. Right. This is my plan. If it works. I'm going to wrap this piece of steel around here. 4 of them. But do them at the same height. Because obviously this bit, so it will sit. I don't know if you'll be able to see actually. It will sit under there on the new one. Between the two. Stop obviously up and down movement. So the plan is to bend this around just slice that off there. There we go. It's kind of alright. There we go. Just a little bit of, see if I can zoom in slightly. You can see what I'm doing. Basically, I've just got to bend that lip in a little bit more on that side. So if I took that under and gently persuade it. Gently persuade that one. Some sort of right, there we go. All I've got to do is just squeeze that together now. You can see, where are we? Squeeze that together. And I'll probably just take another bit off with the grinder just down there. I mean, when that squeezes together, that'll be nice and tight. At the moment it's a little bit sloppy. So I'm just going to run the grinder down just that, where are we? Just down that edge. Let's get rid of that bit. And I'll make another one. So I've got another 3 of these to make now. Right, I've just knocked up another one. So you can see what's going on basically. If I just tilt you down a bit. Actually, if I spin that round and tilt you down, you'll be able to see a bit better. Let's try that. Right, so we got these, which are going to be our collars. So obviously they will sit on around here. Yes, they're sliding up and down at the moment. So my plan is bit of a gap in that one, which is fine. I'll get a bit of steel and I'm going to weld something on there in a sec. But I'm just trying to decide on what to do with the headlights, which I think are over here. They are. Okay. We all remember these. I had these mounted right on the front, like so. I didn't like that. Thought it was a bit shit. So I'm going to lock that piece off. These bits out of the way. That's coming off. That bit. Now, just deciding whether I want them one on top of the other, so they sit that way, or that way. I don't really know. This is the difficult bit. But if I put them that way, I can put them pretty close in with a bar rim across the middle, which would work. And the only other thing, if I put them that way, have them that way up, it'll look a bit different, which is cool. It also means I can put an extra bag on the front there to carry stuff in. So that's my options, which means if I did that, I'd only have to make another one more collar, because I could just put one bar straight across and just come off here. Just to stop the twist, basically. There are my options. It's just working out which is going to be the best one. Because at the moment, I don't know. Right, I'm going to think about it. I'll come back to you. Right, here's my plan. Spin that one round. I'm going to squeeze that together. Squeeze that bottom one together. I'm going to weld that this way onto there. So that's got a nice strong weld. The same with the bottom one. And squeeze it together. That will then keep that in place. Obviously make sure it's square to the tube as much as possible. And I'm going to mount my lights to here, I think. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to put a bar across, just underneath the ignition. Another clamp that side, just to obviously stop this from flapping around. And then I can utilise that area for something as well, which will probably be putting another one of those bags on, but that will work, I reckon. So if I clean these two bits of steel up, drag the welder out, I can get a good tack on them, and I can squeeze them together, get it nice and tight, and then that should come off as one piece, which will work well. Theoretically it shouldn't spin anyway once it's clamped up, but no, my look, it probably will. And then it's just a case of cutting those lights off, and I think I'm going to mount them. I am going to mount them here. In fact, it might even end up with that being on the inside. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know yet. Depends on it. Probably depends on which way I'm going to mount the lights on. But I think I'm going to go one on top of the other on this side. I think that's the way to go. Right, let's clean these up, drag the welder out. Well, there we go. Right, I didn't bother boring you with the old tidying up bit, because that's just pointless. It's noisy. But what I can do is I can now get these into place. This should be the original mark, which I think is about there-ish. And I think I'm just below that mark when this is all said and done. Or it will be, because I'm going to take a bit more off the top of that. and that won't go in between that. I'm going to have to take a little bit off. It doesn't matter if it's slightly low, I could just drop the forks down onto it, which is fine. It's not a massive issue. It's not very squarely cut anyway. So I shall redo that. Right. This thing's got a good earth. Got. Next thing is plugging it in. Like so. Power is turned up. Right, let's attack it. At least attempt to. Yeah! That was earthing through me. Pretty bad earth. It's not nice when they earth through you. It hurts. Let's try that again. Better. Hopefully that will stay. Blade's long enough to tap this one. I think that's pretty square to the tube. Manipulate it around afterwards, but I need to take it off and hold it up now. Right. Penetrating very well. A bit more, shall we? That's glowing. Trying to do is go from wildly thick steel to thin steel, so you've got to go from thick to thin, sort of flick it across kind of thing. Paint on the inside ain't helping. I'll let that cool for a second. Particularly want to go putting my hands anywhere near it. I've made that mistake too many times. Trust me, it's hot. It hurts. Good penetration in that, which is what we like to see. Right. Just test fit. one spot on at the bottom of the top one. Should be able to back over. Sit you back in. And give me a second. Just move you around. There we go. Well, a slight issue with the top one because it's not quite sitting in the right place. So, I'm just going to try and manipulate it around while it's warm. Twist that top piece through somehow. Grabbing hold of it. Grabbing hold of it with the bare hand, should I say. It's just got misshaped is all, so I just need to roll it around a little bit into the right place eventually. Just because I've tacked that one in the wrong place, that's what's happened. It's not a major disaster. As long as it's square to the tube, it'll be fine. Just squeeze it together now with the grips, which means I can get right in there to do that one. Give that a good tack in there now, make sure it doesn't come off. Earth that up the top. Already. Give this bottom one a good squeeze, so we know it's in the right place. That shouldn't move now. Keeps that in form. Right. Same again. Oh, I just moved everything. Did. Should back round. Same again with this. Best as possible. Hopefully. Good. I might just flip it over the other way though, so that's further in. Follow me. What I'll do now is just weld up that other side. So we have to move everything again. Right, there we go. Still a bit warm. That's actually quite a tight fit on there now. It's shrunk. I took the heat away from it. It's quite stiff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like that, drop the top yoke on, and see if I get any movement. I'm hoping I won't actually, to be fair. I think it'll be alright. What I am going to do, if need be, I've got a couple of holes. There's another one obviously on the other yoke and it turns up in there, so if need be I can just put a strap across, just sort of back to that. If you can, I don't think you'll be able to see that in now, I'll show you afterwards anyway. Be able to bolt back into that, which will stop any twist. The next job is to basically get them apart, and I think I'm going to have to put a little stub on there, just to weld those two. But yeah, that works. There we go. Nice, simple, easy brackets made. I'll give them a proper clean up in a minute. I'll take you out there and show you. There you go. Square to the fork, or squarish enough to the fork tube. Ignore the fact that that's bent. If you look at the line down the edge, is pretty square, to be honest. I'm happy with that. Like I said, yeah, there's that hole. I can literally just come off here and just go straight back with a piece of steel, tapering back, just to bracket it up if I get any of that movement. But I don't think I'm going to actually, because that's quite stiff. It's quite tight. So the next job is to. I'm really having to whip that to get it to move. It's basically mounting headlights up. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I've got to cut them off the other bit. And then I'm going to mount the headlights up, so I'll have a headlight there, and there'll be nothing here for now. There will be something there, but I don't know what yet. Possibility that I might just mount some bags up, something like that. I have got another one here, so that might just end up on the front, off a tab coming off there. Don't know, haven't really made up my mind yet, but I'm going to mount the handle heads on that side. That's the decision made on them. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cut them up, make them fit. So I'm going to make a racket with the grinder for a little while. Cut a few tabs up, make some bits and pieces, and then mount them on, and then that's that job done. That is pretty much the last job, apart from cutting holes in the top of that box and mount all the clocks and everything. The piece of perspex here for that now. But I need to go down to my old man to do that, because he's got a pillar drill and everything, so I can drill all the holes and everything in it that I need. I'm going to try and cut the holes out for that today if I can. I don't know if it's going to work. I might just fuck the lid and I'll have to make a new lid. But hey ho. And the only other thing I've got to do is sort the exhaust out. A little bit of wiring to do. Wiring's not so much of an issue. I can get it so I've got a backlight. I can ride it down to my old man's with no front lights or anything, or no indicators. That's not an issue as long as I've got a tail light, so people know that I'm stopping. That's fine. And then all I've got to do is literally wire up the back end, wire up the lights. 3-pin connector comes through into the lights. That's it on this. Everything else will be in the box. Will just basically be put in. So it's not overly top. It's not overly massively job to do. It's just a case of getting on with it and doing it now. Speedo probably won't work for now because I need an extension. That Speedo cable's too short. Again, I can get a Speedo cable extension, not a problem. I'll just use a GPS app for now. Right. Less waffling, more building. Right. What I've done, because I didn't want to make loads of noise on the video and stuff, is I've cut some squares. Obviously, they're just an inch box section, just cut down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weld one onto the end of there, like so, and then one headlight will sit on that bracket, welded to that, and then the other one will obviously sit a little bit higher up, welded to another one of these. that's the plan. So I'm going to weld these on. Probably might just pause the video for this bit. I don't really want to damage the iris in my lens if I can help it. This might be the idea. So right, I'm just going to pause this while I weld this one on. Okay, right, there we go. That's all welded up. Going to mount to the bike in just a second. That's done. They all sit as they should. Nice and easy. Right, let's fit this to the bike. I'll spin you round and up so you can see, hopefully. There we go. Right. Slide this back over. Home. Right, just got to find the other bolt because in there before I fall over everything else. Where's it gone? He says 9 in the box, and that's the 4th time I've dropped them. Just do this one for now. Now that's much better. I'm liking the look of that now. That's a lot nicer. A lot cleaner. Different as well. I don't want something that's the same, generic, like everything else. It's just boring. That's the front fork's almost straight. Some sort of idea what it looks like. I like that, that's cool. Right, pull you out there. Give you a look from the front, if we can. Tell you what, just gonna plug some stuff because I'm all over everything here. Stuff all over the floor. Right. What do you reckon? Where are we? See, that's cool. That's different. I like that. Definitely different. I want to get some pictures of this for. Take that out of there, actually. Pictures for Instagram, I think. But that's that bit done. Like I said, I can add that bag on there now. What I might do is just make a bracket up that comes from this one. Like I said, just a little hanging bracket with a hole in it, just a rectangular one with a hole in the centre. Because that's got Darkrown stuff on it, I can just hang that on there. And it's just something else on the front, just to that'll sit there quite nicely. That looks absolutely awesome. Definitely like that. Much better, I think. That's it really. There's that, and just that box to do now. Put the electrics in. That's it. There is next to nothing left. Just got to find a bolt for that one. I don't know where the other bolt's gone. Probably on the floor with the rest of them at the moment. There we go. What do you reckon? I think that's pretty cool. Right. I'm going to go and grab a cup of coffee and sort out editing this one and getting it uploaded if possible. Hopefully this is a short video today. Not going to be able to do much tomorrow. I'm going to wait on parts, and I've got a few other jobs I need to do tomorrow, so most of it will be done Friday. It's literally getting the electrics into the box and then running some cables around, and that's about it really, I think. So yeah, right, coffee, have a think about the exhaust, and go from there.
But I'm happy with that now. I like that front end. Cool. Right, I'm done.